everybody. This is Dr. Debbie Pates. I am Dr. Debbie Pates, and welcome to Wellness Wednesdays. So, if you have been tuning into my classes recently, you will see that I am not in my normal location today. I am actually back in my office at UCCS. This is not the prettier way to be looking at my office, but if I angled the camera differently, then I can't put my mat, you can't see me. Anyway, here we are. So I'm going to be in the office every third week moving forward until, I don't know, until we find out something different. So anyhow, the next 2 weeks I will be back practicing in my home and sharing that practice with you. And then, like I said, every third week I'll be back here. I apologize about last week. I meant to put an additional reminder that I wasn't going to be here. I was on vacation last week. So anyhow, happy snow day in the summertime. What are you going to do? I know. Let's do some yoga. So I hope you can see me. I think we're good on that side. I'm not so sure about this side. Anyway, but without further ado, I'm going to grab my water bottle and let's do some yoga. So come on into child's pose. Bring your knees wide or have your knees together and rest your forehead on your mat. And actually, maybe let's start. Bring your knees together and have your arms alongside your body, palms facing up, and have your forehead on the floor. Let your shoulders round. So my head is turned toward the screen, so I'm not speaking directly into the floor, but you want to have your forehead on the mat. And close your eyes. Let yourself hear your own breath. Let yourself feel the rounding of your shoulders. And settle in. This is also called seed pose, bija pose. And it's fall, sort of. I don't even know what winter, spring, summer, what season it is anymore. But we're coming to the season where things start to go dormant and sort of shut down. So feel yourself kind of this self-enclosed pod right here. Allow yourself, we all, the snow came, whether we liked it or not, some people were excited, some people weren't, we kind of bundled up. Winter's a quieter season, a slower season. I know it's going to be 85 or whatever in a couple of days again, but right, here we are. And then extend your arms out in front of you. Palms facing down. And maybe now you separate your knees. And feel how even though you're still in child's pose, there's this version of child's pose is more spacious. And that even with these small movements, we can create differences for ourselves. Energetic differences, perhaps emotional differences, maybe different feelings of comfort, freedom. You decide. Yeah, you check in with how you're feeling. And I forgot to mention, I was so excited about talking about being back in the office, that this is Wellness Wednesday, a combination of a joint offering between Gallery of Contemporary Arts and the Wellness Center. I am in the Wellness Center right now, and hopefully someday soon we'll be practicing together again at the Gallery of Contemporary Arts. Maybe if the weather, who the hell knows with the weather, but Maybe we'll even be able to give you guys an outdoor offering sometime before the snow comes back from this extended child's pose. If your palms are down, turn your palms up. And feel the difference in your shoulders that creates for you. Just take a couple more breaths here. And then turn your palms down to earth. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips. And come on into downward facing dog. If you want to pedal out your heels, bending one knee and letting the opposite heel sink. And then switching. So a lot of people do that kind of quickly. I prefer to do it slowly. They say that it takes about a minute for your tendons and ligaments to soften, to be willing to kind of give up. So we're not going to spend 2 minutes here right now. But maybe thinking about, in all of the quick movements that we're doing, there's certainly benefit. What is that benefit? And then what's the different benefit in the longer holds? Bend your knees, allow your heels to come up off the ground. Push into your hands and send your butt, send your hips further back, extend your arms, really push into the ground and lift from below your belly button. Allow your knees to extend again, straighten, heels toward the ground. Downward facing dog. And maybe you wanted to walk your feet back a little bit further. Maybe you wanted to walk your feet forward a little bit more. Just play around with the comfort of this pose. Dig your fingertips into the ground. Maybe even really exaggerating that movement this time. And feel the energy in your arms that helps create. And then take a bunch of baby steps. Walk to the top of your mat. Hang in ragdoll. Have your knees soft. Let your head be heavy. The breath coming in from the earth up through into your feet, through your legs, up the backs of your legs, over your buttocks, over your low back, and then the breath, exhale, cascading down, allowing you to soften even further. Let your neck be soft, take the wrinkles out of it. Your hands can be hanging, your elbows can be bent with hands grabbing on or tucked into crook of opposite elbow, whatever you like. And then release your hands. Soften your knees if they weren't soft already. And roll up to standing, up to standing. Let your head and neck be last. And then when you get to standing, inhale your arms up. Bring your palms together overhead and pull the energy into your heart. Just pause here for a moment. Breathing, perhaps your thumb pushing into your heart, pushing into your sternum and feeling the beating of your heart. Maybe closing your eyes. If you like setting an intention for practice, now would be a good time to set an intention. Let's move up through some sun A's. Inhale your arms up. And then on an exhale, hands through heart center or swan dive, forward fold. Bring your hands to your shins, lengthen your spine, halfway lift. So lengthening your spine, flattening your spine, pause here. That includes your neck, okay? So sometimes practicing with a mirror can be kind of nice because you can actually catch yourself at stuff. But what you want is your neck to be in line with your back here, so you're not looking up and you're not exaggerating the looking down. And then forward fold. Sweep your arms out and up, rise with a flat back, hands together, up overhead, and pull your energy back into your heart. Inhale your arms up. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Halfway lift. Put your hands down and step back to high plank. Inhale in high plank. And then exhale, lower halfway or all the way, chaturanga, or laying on the floor. Inhale to upward facing dog or cobra. And then exhale to downward facing dog. I hope the sound is okay here. If afterwards somebody could give me some feedback on this, that would be good. Just so I know. All right, downward facing dog. Drop your elbows to the ground, your dolphin. So you could stay in this kind of extended dolphin or walk your feet in a little bit. Strong pose for your shoulders. Early in the practice, walk your feet back if you walk them up. And then using your strength, drive your palms into the ground, lift your elbows. Back to downward facing dog. Look up toward the top of your space and walk to the top of your mat, or you can jump or leap or hop. Halfway lift, lengthen, exhale, dive back in, and then sweep up, rise. Bring your hands together overhead. Bring your hands into your heart. Inhale your arms up. Forward fold. Lengthen. Fold, high plank. Low plank. Ride and in breath to up dog. Ride and exhale to downward facing dog. Drop your elbows on the floor. Forearms are down. Dolphin. Breathe. Maybe walk in a little bit. So in dolphin, you want your head off the floor. So you're really driving into you're driving your elbows and your forearms into the ground, and there's a lot of lift and push into your hands. Downward facing dog again. Look to the top of your space. Make your way there. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Sweep up and rise. Bring your hands together overhead and bring your hands into your heart. One more down, Sun A. Up, fold, lift, plank, down, inhale, downward facing dog. Look in between your hands. Step to the top of your space. Halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Sweep your arms out and up. Rise. Hands together overhead. Pull that energy into your heart. So make a choice what you want to do with your feet. Have them either hip width distance or together. Sweep your arms up. Chair. Utkatasana. So this is called lightning bolt also, the thunderbolt actually. But, so imagine, right, you've got a lot of angles going on with your body here. Your knees are bent, your arms are reaching out energetically. Maybe, if you can do it, your biceps are by your ears. But if you can't have your biceps by your ears, if that's creating tension for you, if that's unnecessarily hard, maybe you have your hands in line with your heart. Maybe even you have your hands at heart center. Wherever you are, roll your shoulders up, back, down. Bring those shoulder blades, your shoulder blades, onto your back. Sink a little further. I know we're holding this. I know we're holding this for a while. So how's your brain handling it? How are you doing here? Forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Put your hands on your mat. Step back to high plank. Lower to chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. And when I give you guys these breath cues, if you're on an inhale and I say exhale, don't worry too much. There is logic to it, and I can explain it to you. I will in a little bit. But really, don't stress out. Yoga's not intended to create stress. In fact, it's intended to do exactly the opposite, right? Make us aware of these patterns that do create stress, allow us to examine them and shift them. So if I'm saying inhale and you're on an exhale, just keep on breathing. Just keep on breathing. I'll explain to you the logic actually right now. Step to the top of your space, okay? Bring your feet together and you're in a forward fold. So imagine a bellows and put your hands on your shins. And then inhale and rise halfway. So if you imagine like an old-fashioned bellows, that's the opening. That's the opening where the air comes in. So you open and you inhale, and then we push the bellows together. We refold it, or like an accordion. That's when the air goes out. So forward fold is an exhale. Sweep your arms up, rise. That's the opening. That's an inhale. And then less dramatic, but pull your hands into your heart. That's a closing. That's the exhale. Inhale your arms up, opening. Exhale, Utkatasana is the closing. Forward fold. Inhale. I didn't do that well. Hold on. What did I just do? Inhale. Okay. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, chair. Now you want to inhale and chair. That was my mistake. My terrible cueing. Forward fold, that's an exhale. Okay, here we're back on track. Halfway lift, opening, inhale, fold, step back, high plank. Inhale here and then exhale, chaturanga. Opening, upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Lift your right leg up, let your left heel continue to sink. Bend your knee. Open up your hip if that feels good to you. Maybe you put a lot of weight in your left hand here. Maybe you square your shoulders a little more, even out the weight. Maybe you look underneath your right armpit. Maybe you make circles, maybe you don't. Whatever you've been doing, bring your leg back up. Bring it through. Low lunge, drop your left knee onto the ground. Get your right heel underneath your right knee, in line with your right knee, and rise up, crescent moon. So I'm realizing I don't have any blocks or straps or any props here. It's okay. Sink into your right knee. Let yourself feel a juicy opening in the front of your left hip flexor. Maybe you reach your arms up. Maybe you even reach back. But if you're reaching back, have a lift as well, right? So you're not just crunching and compromising in your low back. You're also, you're not even wanting to do that at all. You're really feeling an opening in the heart, the sternum. You can even cactus your arms, open your heart. And then if you did that, lift your arms back up. Bring your hands down to the mat. Tuck your left toes. Lift your left knee. Step back, high plank. You can lift right up into down dog or go through a vinyasa. Make your way to down dog and then letting your right heel continue to sink down. Lift up your left leg. Bend your knee. Open up your hip. Choice about weight in your hands. Choice about gaze, drishti. Choice about making circles. You decide what feels right to you in this moment, in this practice, on this snowy summer day. Snowy summer day. Bring your leg back up. Bring it through. Low lunge. Heel and knee in a line. Drop your right knee. And come on up, crescent moon. Be patient with the practice. Be patient with your body. Allow what you're feeling to show up. Let it be okay. That doesn't mean that you it doesn't mean you emphasize it. It just means you let it be okay as best as you can. I was doing a therapy session with somebody who doesn't want to feel his feelings. How do we do that? We stifle our feelings and then we create illness. Maybe cactus your arms here. I forgot about that part, sorry. And then lift up again. And now bring your hands down. Tuck your right toes, lift your right knee. Step back either high plank or downward facing dog. And if you didn't step right into down dog, make your way there. Look in between your hands and step, hop, jump to the top of your space. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, chair pose, stand up, and then stand up, bring your hands together, and bring your hands to your heart. Let's move a little more quickly. Inhale your arms up. Chair, fold. Halfway lift. Step back, high plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog to downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, spin your back foot flat. Rise, Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Push that pinky edge of your left foot into the ground. Try to get your left hip facing forward. Up to a 90-degree bend in your right foot. These are all suggestions. Places, a direction to head. And then open up, Warrior 2. Keep your right knee tracking out. Reach energetically. Right fingertips reaching forward, left fingertips reaching back. But your torso, your body is upright. Reach forward now. Extended side angle. Right arm down, left arm up. Maybe using that leverage to open up that beautiful body of yours. Open up your heart toward the sky. Find compassion. Reach your bicep by your ear, palm toward the floor. Reach edge of your left fingers, edge of your left foot. Keep the bend in your right knee. Reverse your warrior. Oh, let it feel good. Turn it into a dance. Keep your your front knee tracking out, right? You don't want that leg to be collapsing in. Reach back. And then windmill your hands down to the mat. Step back, high plank. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward. Spin your right foot flat. Rise, Warrior 1. Same cues. Push the edge of your right foot this time into the mat, the pinky edge. So you're trying to lift the arch of your foot up off the ground as you get that right hip point pointing forward. So is there a lot going on? Yeah, there is. And maybe you can't do all of that. But we just try. And you reach your arms up, but you're not popping out your rib cage, right? So you're keeping your rib cage tucked as you reach up with your arms. Keep your left knee tracking out. Left, open up. Warrior 2, make it strong. Really engage here. Really create traction for yourself by reaching your arms energetically and then pull forward with your left arm and come to extended side angle. Keeping your body opening, keeping your body moving and healthy. Right bicep by your ear, so the edge of your right foot continues to push into the ground as you reach Reach through your right fingertips, reverse your warrior. Left knee stays bent. Left arm reaches back, lifting from your waist up, and then windmill your hands down. Step back to high plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing. Downward facing dog. Drop your elbows to the ground. Come on up, walk your feet up a little bit forward, even if you haven't done it yet. Keep pushing your elbows and your forearms into the floor. Shoulders are working here, and then lift your right leg up. Lift your right leg up into the air. I know it's hard. Put your right leg down, lift your left leg up. Put your left leg down, push into your hands, come back to downward facing dog. Walk your feet out a little bit again. Look in between your hands, step, make your way to the top of your space. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees. Chair pose. Stand up. Bring your hands together. Bring your hands to your heart. Lift your arms up. Chair. Fold. Lengthen. High plank. Lower. Upward facing. Downward facing. Lift your right leg up. Bring it through low lunge. Spin your back foot flat. Warrior one. Warrior two. Reach and extend. Reverse. Take it down. High plank. Low plank. Up dog. Down dog. Lift your left leg up. Low lunge. Warrior one. Two. Extend. Reverse. And take it down. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Right leg up. Ooh, I move back. Right leg up. Step it through. This time stay on your left toes. Rise to crescent. Bring your hands to your heart. Lean forward. Twist left elbow to the outside of your right knee. You can keep your right knee off, or left knee, back knee off the ground. Or put it down. Push your knee into your elbow. Elbow pushes back into your knee. Top hand into your bottom hand. And maybe you look up over your right shoulder. Whatever you're doing, breathe. Whatever you're doing, breathe. What if that applies not just to yoga, but to life? And then unwind your twist. Bring your left knee onto the ground and come on into runner's lunge. So toe heel your right foot up a bit toward the top corner of your mat. Bring your forearms down on the inside of your right leg. And if you can't bring your forearms down, you do what you can do. And soften. We're going to stay here a minute. I'm going to grab my phone and put the timer on for us. I know we've been here about 10 seconds already, let's say. So allow yourself to soften. Allow your breath to deepen. Allow your mind to soften. Notice that your body begins to change when you're able to do that. You know, maybe the only way your body changes is that it's more grateful to you for being kind to it. I don't know. I kind of made that up. All right. That's about a minute here. So what I want you to do is bring your body up. Walk your right foot in, bring one hand on either side of your right foot, tuck your left toes, lift your left knee. And come on, just lift your right leg back up. Come on into, sorry, three-legged dog. Three-legged dog. Bend your knee, and let's flip. Flip the dog here. So you bring your right foot to the ground. Your right arm is reaching back behind you. And you can just stay in three-legged dog if you don't like that. Really try to push up through your right hip here. And then come back, flip over again. Three-legged dog. Put your right foot down. And this time, lift your left leg up. Bring it through low lunge. And just like we did last time, rise up to crescent. Back heel stays lifted. Bring your hands to your heart. Lean forward, twist. Right elbow to the outside of your left knee. And again, make the choice whether you want to drop your back knee to the ground, push your knee into your elbow, push your elbow into your knee, top hand into bottom hand. Using the breath, allowing the breath, inviting and enjoying and luxuriating in the breath. And then release, runner's lunge. Drop your right knee, toe heel your left foot up toward the top of your mat, top left corner. Bring your hands to the inside of your left shin and sink down to your degree. 1 minute. How are your teeth? Are your teeth clenching? I just read an article the other day about dentists are reporting a lot more people coming in with cracked teeth. And they are guessing that that's because there's a lot of tension. Hey, newsflash, there's a lot of tension these days. So, one of the gifts that yoga gives us is this ability to increase our awareness. How are your teeth? Notice now, are they touching? Are you grinding them? Is that a tendency you have? And if so, how can you step out of that? Right? That's a manifestation of stress. Bring your hands back. Toe heel your left foot into. More back to the center. One hand on either side. Lift your right knee off the ground and step back. Three-legged dog. Lift your left leg up and then come on over into flip dog. So it's a version of bridge, a version of back bend. You don't need to go too crazy here. Really try to lift up through your hips, letting your left arm be free behind you. And then come on back, three-legged dog. Put your left leg down. And yep, here we go again, dolphin. So if you have the space, like I haven't done this in my home practice because I don't have the space. But if you have the space, or maybe you have a wall or something, then you might want to do full expression of this posture. So you could, which is a forearm balance. Well, I don't want to say it's full expression. But so you would go from dolphin, and you walk your feet in, your forearms are on the ground, your elbows are on the ground, and then maybe you lift one leg, maybe you lift the other, or maybe you kick up into the arm balance. So you don't need the wall if you can balance. Your head is off the floor in this posture. So you really push into your shoulders. You really push into your forearms. you try to tuck your rib cage. And then come on down. Woo-wee, nice job, you guys. Child's pose. Not going to stay in child's pose for more than a breath or two. Enjoy it while you can. Get it while it lasts. If you like the snow, get it while it lasts, because those of us who like summer are going to get a little bit more of that back. All right, downward facing dog. Step to the top of your space. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Check our time here. And sweep up. Bring your hands together, up overhead. Bring your hands into your heart. Inhale your arms up. Chair. Forward fold. Straighten up your neck. I didn't mean that. Straighten up your legs. Or straighten-ish your legs. And let's take, slide your big toes. Slide your peace fingers. Grab your big, this is what I actually mean. Grab your big toes with your peace fingers. And halfway lift-ish. Your knees can be really bent here. And then forward fold. So a version of gorilla. Neck is soft, head is heavy. And then let's move into a little balancing. Bring your left hand onto your left hip. Soften your left knee. And keeping your hand on your big toe of your right foot, stand up and bring that with you. And you can stand up and have your leg bent. That's what I need to do. Maybe you can stand up. You want to come to a tall stance, right? So you might have your leg very bent. You might have your leg kind of bent. You might be able to have your leg straight out in front of you. You could have a strap, which I don't have here, or you could just stand up and have your right hand on your knee. But you want to be standing up tall rather than leaning forward so that you can grab your toe. Extend your left hand out to the left and bring your right knee or toe out to the right. And if you want, look over at your left hand. And I would encourage you to look over at your left hand, because you know what? The only thing that's going to happen is you might lose your balance. And so what? We practice losing our balance. We practice falling with grace. Come on back up to center. Lift your arms up and extend your legs, even if it was extended before. And then let's come on into airplane. So your right leg is extended out in front of you. Bring your right leg and your arms back behind you. You could choose to go into Warrior 3 if you wanted, which your arms would be out in front of you. It's a slightly more difficult version of the posture. Breathe. Use the muscles to help you balance. And then wherever your hands are, behind you or in front of you, bring your hands to your heart. I just grab my water bottle here. We're going to open up into a half moon. So bring your left hand down, either onto your block, your water bottle, the floor, your right arm and your right leg open up to the side. You can even, if you have a wall, do this posture up against a wall. Takes the element of balance out. You can really play with the muscular engagement. And then turn your torso down. Come on into standing splits. Right leg is up. Hands on the ground. You can bring your hands by your left foot. Maybe grab onto your left calf if you want. And then release your right leg back down. Okay, now let's do gorilla. So slide your hands underneath your feet, palms facing up. Knees are as bent as they need to. Lengthen up halfway. And pull down. Really get some nice juicy length wherever you can. All right, so now take your hands out from underneath your feet and grab onto your left big toe. Bring your right hand to your right hip. You know where we're going. Soften your right knee. Engage your core. Stand up and bring your left leg with you. So as bent as it needs to be, but you want to come to a tall stance. Right? Again, you don't want, I can straighten my leg if I'm really leaning over, but that's a completely different posture. So better to hold on to your knee and stand up straight. Even better still, honestly, would be to have a strap so that you're working toward that toe grab, but big deal, whatever. And then spread out your right arm and bring your left knee over to the left. Maybe look over at your right. It's a hip opener. So think about opening up your hip. We're going to be down on the ground and doing some real hip openers in a minute. Bring your left leg back in front of you. Hands up, overhead. Straighten out your leg. Resist the urge to lean back. And you're going to engage your stomach and stand up as straight as you can. And then come into either warrior 3 or airplane. Your left leg comes behind you. Your arms are either behind you for airplane or out in front of you for warrior 3. Breathe. Notice the difference in balance on this side of your body. Bring your hands to your heart. Bring your right arm down onto the floor or a block or a water bottle or maybe your wall that you want to play with. Half moon Ardha Chandrasana. Ardha means half. Chandra is the moon. Chandra in Sanskrit is the moon. Asana, the position. Left hand down. Both hands down. Left leg is still up. What do you call this? Standing splits. And then put your left leg down next to your right and roll up. So I want to do, see what time it is. All right. Well, okay. We've got time. Okay. Come to the top of your mat. Inhale your arms up. Chair. Fold. Lift. Step back, high plank. Lower halfway. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up. Low lunge. Warrior 1. Warrior 2. Straighten. Straighten your right knee. Reach. Triangle. Try to really get length. This is a posture that's also nice to do against a wall. This is a posture that's also nice to try to really roll your left rib open. Roll your heart open. Freedom in the upper body. Stability in the lower body. Length, engagement, loving this body that can do these things for you, loving this life that we have the privilege of living. Rise back up. Turn your feet parallel or pigeon-toed. Tee your arms out. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and bow forward. Prasarita, aka wide-legged forward bend. Make a choice with your arms. And if you can, you can put your forearms on the ground. I can't do that. If you like the upside down, take a headstand here. Maybe you grab onto your big toes or the outsides of your feet. Maybe think about rolling some weight in the balls of your feet. Maybe think about engaging your stomach and quad muscles here so that the front muscles say to the back muscles, relax. I got this, you guys. And then come on up halfway. Inhale. Exhale, hands to your hips. Inhale, rise up. Tee your arms out, warrior two, to the front of your mat. Flip your right palm. Reverse your warrior and take it down. Chaturanga. Up dog to downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up. Low lunge. Warrior one, two. Straighten your left knee. Reach. Triangle. Opening, this time rolling your right rib cage open, your top rib cage. Rolling your left rib cage under. Allowing your body to open. Right arm reaching up, left arm reaching down. Head reaching away. Lengthening your spine. Sometimes my back just pops in this posture. And then rise back up. Feet parallel or pigeon-toed. This time clasp your hands behind your back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Open your arm. And then bow. Let your hands come off your back toward the floor. You did some strong shoulder work with all those dolphins. So opening up this way, we're going to open up the other way in a minute. And then come on back up. Tee your arms out. Bend your left knee, reverse your warrior, flip your left palm. And make your way down. Chaturanga. Up dog. To downward facing dog. Pigeon. Bring your right knee behind your right wrist. And we're going to time this again, 2 minutes. So get yourself situated. And we are going to be, we're on the clock. So we got about 12 minutes left of this practice. I wasn't able to plug my computer in. I'm on my laptop here due to the configuration of this office, so I'm going to play around with that next week. Maybe I'll bring an extension cord, or I can find one here, but anyway, I hope I don't lose you guys. Hopefully we'll last for 11 more minutes. Maybe we'll go into an early Shavasana. We're about 1 minute into this pigeon pose here. So sometimes when we've been in the posture a minute and the body does begin to soften into the posture, you might want to move a little. All right, so the goal is to find the sweet spot and stay static in the posture. But that doesn't mean you can't shift to make it more appropriate as your body begins to open up. Letting your body adjust to the posture as the posture works on your body. About 10 more seconds here. And then begin to come out of pigeon on the right side and make your way to pigeon on the left. So you can go into down dog if you would like to do it that way. You can just sit and sit on your right hip, swing your left leg around. wherever you like. So a couple more seconds to sort of get into the posture. And then begin, 2 minutes on the clock. Let your head rest. So if your head can't be on the floor, stack it on your fists or a block or a pillow or whatever you've got. Just letting your body soften, letting the pose do what it's designed to do. And as the pose does what it's designed to do on your body, allow that opening to also have an impact on your mind. The softening, the opening. So make any shifts if you need to more. You want to scoot your right knee back a little bit more. Do you want to do something different that would feel good to you? Wherever you are, be present with that 15 more seconds. Get it while you can. Get it while you can. What are you waiting for? This is it. This is the real deal. This is it right now. And see, that's it. So now shift over on your left hip and swing your right leg around you without wasting any time. Come on right into a forward fold. Lift your arms up if you want, and just drape your body over your legs. You're trying to get your forehead beyond your toes. So we're looking, as always, for length. Softness. Deep breath. And then sit up. And just keep rolling all the way down onto your back. We did flip dog, now we're going to do bridge. Bend your knees and go right into it. Bend your knees, put your feet flat. Push into your feet, lift your hips. Clasp your hands underneath you and walk your shoulder blades toward each other and really lift. Really push into your feet to lift up your hips. What are you waiting for? This is it. What are you waiting for? Push up and then release. We're going to do 2 more of those. So for this one, just knock your knees toward each other. Take a breath and then go again, lift. If you have back bend in your practice, Chakrasana wheel, you could do that. I'm going to hold this one for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. This time windshield wiper your legs back and forth a little bit, inside and out, and then come on back center, lift up again. Last time, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Recommit to the integrity of the pose. 5, 4, 3, 2, stay 1, down, and now hug your knees into your chest. Rock left to right. Release your left leg, hug your right knee in. Spinal twist. Use the breath to soften, to open. Come back into center. Hug both knees in. And this time let your right leg go long. Keep your left knee hugged in. Twist. Come back center. And release. Final resting pose, Shavasana. Laying on your back. And you're letting it go, letting it go. And if you're not letting it go, I encourage you to do that. What are you waiting for? This is the only time we've got. Now. Right? Now is the only time that we have power in our lives. So learn to be present. Give yourself the gift of presence. You've given yourself the gift of showing up for this yoga practice. And I am so very grateful to you. A little bit worried. I'm down to 5% here. So it's 12:57. Maybe if you have a clock by you or your phone, you can set your alarm for 3 minutes and give yourself the rest of this Shavasana. Thank you for joining me, Wellness Wednesday virtual yoga at GOCA. I will be practicing virtually, well, I'll be actually practicing in my house next week, and I hope that you can join me virtually. Namaste.